What up guys, welcome back, and today we have another review for you. So, it's going to speak a little bit quieter today, and that's because the new puppy's still asleep. I don't want to really wake her up right now. But anyways, today we'll be looking at Alex Miller Organics Pomade. And so, similar to like when we reviewed like the Bearded Bastard, I kind of just went out on a limb with this one. Never really heard of anything, never really seen anyone using this product. But mostly, in all honesty, it was like kind of like the packaging that really got me. It was just pretty nifty, so let's look at it. The pomade comes in this nice, cool, like wooden box. Laser engraved around all the faces, like solid real wood, with a nice cap that has a magnetic closure. So you just kind of push it off and it opens up, and you have the magnet right here, which also then closes it. But I just thought it was pretty cool. And so you take the product out, it just comes in your standard tin can, Alex Miller Organics Pomade, men's grooming, ingredients on the bottom. And see, this is a water-based pomade, and like many other like products, sometimes they make the mistake of putting it like into a bare metal jar, and you see kind of like rusting and oxidation along the kind of along the, I don't want to say the lid, what's it, kind of like the edge. And we don't see it anywhere else on the cap, likely because when this jar was rolled, the treatment was kind of cracked and broken along the edges which they rolled, and so that exposes the bare metal, makes it prone to rusting. But yeah, the product inside, which is like an interesting like coffee type of color. And the big thing advertised with this product is it's kind of like being derived from like the Dead Sea. And so, is that gonna make any styling differences? Probably not, but just something to know. So let's go ahead and start using it. The smell of this pomade is actually pretty cool. It's like a light, fluffy, like shampoo type of smell that still has like this kind of masculinity to it, this cleanness to it, this like depth. And I actually really like it. But let's see. So scooping out the product. It feels like, I know I scooped the product that felt like this before. And so, I mean, it feels like a gel pomade, but there's definitely like, it's not as like suavecito. It feels a little more like just, it feels like a jam. Similar to the Damon Barber, I'd say. And of course, I mean, it's actually been a long time since we reviewed a gel pomade on this website. And of course, like, it will be kind of like after a few hours, or rather after the entire day, that we can really verify that this is like for a fact like going to be a gel pomade versus like a water-based pomade. And what characteristics I'm talking about is that, like, does it dry, does it kind of harden up, and how's it like kind of style overall. But just like based on the ingredients, like 99% sure this will be a gel pomade. And of course it applies really easily, no issues at all. And I would expect this one, just by the feel of it, to end up basically as a medium weight. We also, I think I noticed some like kind of microcrystals going on, so hopefully we'll get like a little bit of shine. And that's typically the purpose, or what we expect, if they ever do put in like microcrystals. Or maybe this is something different, but really similar to microcrystals. Yeah, so it applies easily. It actually smells pretty damn good. And with kind of the product applied, we'll just go ahead and comb things back. So yeah, it comes back easy enough, no issues with that. And we'll just go ahead and start styling. And like, as I'm working with this product, I'm really noticing that It's actually better for like a kind of texture look. For the first time, like a gel pomade is kind of more plushable to style when it's kind of like about to dry. And when it dries, it just lends more towards like a textured look rather than like a slick helmet head like type of appearance, which is surprising. But cool, and definitely something that like, I mean, it's a good point. Now like I'm used to working with this like type of hairstyle, like a more textured, looser style, and so I can see the aesthetics of it and I can appreciate it. So like, I mean, it styles actually pretty well and pretty conveniently. So it's nice and clean. Like it will dry up. I do like feel it drying up. But the thing is like as it dries up, it gets like a kind of like a beachy saltness to it. Like it has like as though you went to the beach like for like quite a few hours for the whole day and you kind of like let it dry. And for those of you in the Midwest, I don't mean the lake. I mean like a saltwater coast, California, or like East Coast, like the actual beach or salt water. And like so you had this like nice like just salted this almost clay-like textureness to it, which is actually really nice and actually find really cool about this product. And so that's really like nice and like the way it styles is actually pretty damn nice. So we have good texture. Like I wouldn't really say it's like a slick product, but it does have this like, actual the stickiness to it. Cause like this weird that beach salt effect is kind of both texturing and also provides like a pasty stickiness to it. Good hold, good scent. And my only criticism right now is like kind of with the jar itself. I mean, you never put water-based products inside like a metal jar, and especially ones that I assume are salt infused because I mean that's what they say. The whole Dead Sea's derivation kind of adds. They also put like some like if they infuse it with salt, and so that's only gonna really kind of accelerate that corroding process, that oxidation process, and so that's when you really get that orange, that brown tinge in the jar, and that's obviously something we don't want. And so I would really recommend pushing towards like a plastic, like what's it called, a buffer, kind of like because with a lot of metal jars, you have a plastic jar within the metal jar, and that's just to prevent that reality. Or if you don't want it, you want to save plastic, to kind of work around that in a different way. But like the metal like jars are gonna need a change. You can't have rust in your product like that. But other than that, we'll go throughout the whole day now, and then we'll come back and see how well the product performed throughout the day, whether it kind of held the shape, kept the texture, or just kind of puffed out. So see you guys in a few hours. Alright, what up guys? It's end of the day and pretty late, so probably gonna wrap up this review and then hopefully publish it kind of like tomorrow, Sunday, noon at latest, or rather I guess it wouldn't matter for you guys, so you guys won't know that I'm editing it anyways. But so this is what we have now at the end of the day. Like I still have something that's pretty aesthetic. This is of course restyled. This isn't how it just naturally stayed the entire day. And what we see is still like nice texture, nice wave from back, and actually from the side it actually looks really nice. The thing is like because it has more of like a pasty, more of like a after the beach day type of feel, it doesn't really stay together the entire day because it's not sticky. It doesn't harden as much as like some of the other like gel pomades like Suavecito like kind of go all full helmet mode, and because of that it kind of falls apart. And even more than that, we styled like a textured loose pompadour, which really makes it fall apart. Because if we didn't, then it might have survived an extra like 1 or 2 hours. But either way, like you will need to restyle with this product. That's just the reality of things. And to restyle it, the nice thing is you still keep that textured look. Like you still hold on to that texture throughout the whole day. It has that same feel. But the volume is something you will lose. And if you choose to restyle with water to get a cleaner look by diluting the product, you will actually lose even more hold. So just watch out for that. And then washing it out, washes out in one go, pretty straightforward, your standard gel pomade kind of characteristics. And so this product is similar to like what we saw with Tough and Tumble, I believe #1, where it's like a water-based pomade with volcanic clay, kind of gel pomade but textured. And this one is kind of similar to that, but actually I would prefer this product over that. Like it does do a better job of it.
And overall, the performance is good. It looks nice. I actually really like the way my hair looks. However, like that rust and that metal oxidation on the jar is just unacceptable. Like that needs to be addressed. And like use some plastic lining, kind of isolate that moisture away from the metal. That's just the way to go. I understand the need to like save plastic with many of these products. That's the kind of intention, kind of going all natural, being more conscious. But the thing is, plastic, synthetic materials, like they have their place in the world. They have their existence for a reason. As an engineer, like I've always just given like the nature of what I do, making like the unnatural like happen. Like I feel these things always get like a bad rap, and they exist for a reason. And so that issue I believe does need to be addressed, but the product itself is actually a really well performing product. And so this has been like a review for Alex Miller Organics Pomade. And I hope you guys got something out of the review. Other than that, take care, and I'm going to sleep.